Welcome and happy Teachers Day to all. Myself Samiksha Gire from Batch 10 CBSE from School VPEMS. Today my topic is cell structure and function. So let's get started. So first we'll go from introduction. The things around us, basic structure and functional unit of a living organisms. It is a smallest unit of our life and also known as the building blocks of our life. Each cell performs some metabolic functions which are essential to remain alive. Uh, assemb- Cells are assembled to make a body of every organism. So now we'll move discovery of the cell. So as everyone know, Robert Hooke has discovered the cell in year 1665. He observed a slice of crook under a simple magnifying device. Crook is a part of a bark of a tree. He took a thin slice of crook and observed them under a microscope. He noticed boxes or compartment in the crook slice. These boxes appeared like a honeycomb. He also noticed that one box was separated from the other by a wall or a partition hook. Coined the term cell for each box. Robert Hooke has, after everything, the conclusion is Robert Hooke has discovered the cell. So the cell bricks. What is a cell? Cell is a building. Cell is a brick in a building, and cell in the living organisms are basic structural units. The building, though basics of similar bricks, have different design, shapes, and size. In the living world, organisms differ from one another, but all are made up of cells. Cells in a living organisms are complex living structure unlike non-living things. So moving on to questions, whatever I have told you now. Before 16th century, so this is a question time. Before 16th century, when there was no microscopes, nothing much was known about cells. After the invention of microscope in the early part of 17th century, structure of cell came to light. Can you name the person who discovered that cell? Yes, anyone? Sorry.
Robert Hooke.
Robert
Yes,
Hooke.
yes, exactly. Robert Hooke has discovered the cell in year 1665. So next question, after development of cell theory, we come to know that cell is not a smallest unit of life. It is the structural and functional unit of life. When was the cell theory proposed? Can anyone? Okay. The cell theory
1838
was,
to 39.
yes, yes, exactly. The cell theory was proposed in 1838-39. So we'll move on.
Completed, beta?
No, sir, just a
Okay,
second.
okay. Just go ahead.
What's going on? Okay, so we'll start from the next part, cross section of plant cell. So first of all, is this diagram visible to everyone?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it's visible.
Yes, it is
Okay,
visible.
okay. So this is diagram of cross section of plants and plant cell. So first we'll move on this cell wall. So this is the green part you can see out of the like a border structure. It's a cell wall. So what is the work of cell wall? It is a thick and rigid membrane that surrounds a plant cell. It is made up of a cellulose fiber, which gives the cell most rigidity and support to the structure. The cell wall helps to connect with other cell wall to form a structure of a plant. And now the second one, the blue border type section you can see, which is cell membrane. So work of cell membrane is the thin layer of protein and fats that surrounds the cell from inside the cell wall is called as cell membrane. It is selectively semi-permeable and allows only some selective substance to pass into the cell through its blocking others. Second one is the blue part you can see in the diagram, which is vacuole. So the work of vacuole is it is work of vacuole is it is a large membrane bond space within a cell. It is filled by with a fluid. Most plant cell have single vacuoles that occupies much of the cell. It helps to maintain the shape of the cell and provide rigidity and rigidity to the cell. So next part, moving on, nucleus. The pink part you can see in the diagram, it's a nucleus. So what is a nucleus? Nucleus, it is a spherical body containing many organelles. It controls the function of the cell by controlling protein synthesis. It contains DNA in chromosomes. It is surrounded by the nuclear membrane. Moving on, nuclear membrane. Sorry, nucleus. The white part in the diagram you can see over here is a nucleus. The nucleus is the organelles within the nucleus where ribosomal RNA is produced is called nucleus. So next one, nuclear membrane. So the border of the dark pink side you can see in the diagram is a nuclear membrane. So nuclear membrane, it is the membrane that bonds the nucleus and separate it from the rest of the cell. The moving on, the chloroplast. The green part you can see in the diagram is the chloroplast. The work of chloroplast is it is a jelly-like material outside. Yes, it contains the cell organelles. The green side of leaf you can see whenever you see the leaf. The green part is a chloroplast which give green color to the plants. The second is mitochondria. The pink part you can see in the diagram. It's mitochondria. It is a special cell organelles which is spherical or a rod shape with a double membrane. The inner membrane is unfolded many times, forming a series of projection called its outer layer gives us a required shape. The mitochondria converts the energy stored in a cell from glucose into ATP. From the use of cell, this energy is used by cell to perform all the basic functions within the body. Next is cytoplasm. So this white part in the diagram is cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is a jelly-like material outside the nucleus. It contains like cell organelles. Next, okay. So moving on, the pink peach-like structure you can see in the diagram. It's centrosomes. So we will. It is also they are the small bodies located near the nucleus. It consists of the dense center containing radiating tube. The are made up of microtubules. During cell division, the centrosomes divides into two parts, which moves to opposite side of a dividing cell. Unlike the centrosomes in animal cells, the plant cell centrosomes do not have centralizes. So maybe moving on a question part, as we prepare our food in our kitchen. Cell also has kitchen to prepare their foods. Name the organ which is called the kitchen of the cell. A. Vacuoles. B. Stroma. C. Mitochondria. D. Ribosomes. E. None of this.
Samiksha, are you showing the slide of
So
that
sir,
question?
it's not visible, sir.
Slide
Okay, sir.
sharing or not?
I'm sharing, sir. Is it not visible?
No, question is not.
Okay, sir. Just a second.
Just go to share and
So I'll share it again. Just a sec. Sir, extremely sorry for the issue happening between. So I'll continue. As we prepare, so the question: as we prepare our food in our kitchen, cells also has their kitchen to prepare their food. Name the organ which is also called the kitchen of the cell. Option A: vacuoles. B. Stroma. C. Mitochondria. And D. Ribosomes. Yes, anyone?
Mitochondria.
Yes.
Mitochondria.
Yes.
Mitochondria.
Option C, mitochondria. The kitchen of the cell where the energy is produced is mitochondria. So next one, the cell have different organelles different to perform different functions, right from the preparation of food to digestion of food. It also the transports.
just click next slide.
Yes, sir. Question one is only.
Just click next slide. Just arrow ला click कर दिसून जाईल.
So don't know why it's taking problem today.
जस्ट प्रेझेंटेशनच्या तुला एक
Okay.
डाव्या कोपऱ्यामध्ये येईल.
Yes, sir. Just a second.
So it's too late. किती राहिले तुझं समीक्षा बेटा?
Last slide, sir. Last slide. And last question too. Sir, now is it visible?
Yes, it is visible.
So, and option C is right. The kitchen of the cell where the energy is produced is mitochondria. So, thank you for being with me. And again, happy Teachers' Day.